through the bounds of space. Welcome, dear listener, to this guided meditation through the bounds of space. Sit down in a comfy chair or lay down in bed. Run a warm bath. Anything works. It's up to you, really. Are you ready? Good. Let's begin. Close your eyes, your physical ones, that is. You won't be needing them for this. And ready your mind's eye to travel through the bounds of space. But before we begin, let's start out with some decompression and relaxation exercises. First, unclench that jaw. I know you've held it tightly all day. Loosen up those shoulders. Roll them in little circles. If you feel a popping, that's okay. Forward. 4, 3, 2, 1. And backward. 4, 3, 2, 1. And forward again. 4, 3, 2, 1. And backward again. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let's loosen up that neck. Tilt your head to the left as far as comfortable and hold for 3, 2, 1. Now tilt to the right and hold for 3, 2, 1. And left again, 3, 2, 1. And right, 3, 2, 1. Now let's move on to some breathing exercises. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. Keep this pattern of deep breathing going as best you can as we go on. I sense you have a lot of pent-up stress. Let's let that go, little by little. You certainly cannot traverse beyond the bounds of space when you're weighed down by so much. Feel yourself becoming lighter. Perhaps you feel those extra couple of kilos slipping away. Let them. You're becoming lighter. You are now as light as you were in university, before the stress of the real world fell upon you. You are becoming lighter, and you're leaving less of an impression on the chair or in your bed. Perhaps you're displacing a little less water. You're becoming lighter. You're now as light as you were when you were in secondary school. Maybe you only saw the freshman 15 slip away. Maybe nothing. That's It's okay. You're becoming lighter. You're now as light as you were in primary school, and you're barely leaving any impression on the bed, in the chair, or barely displacing water now. You're becoming lighter. You're now lighter than air, and you're starting to drift upward, floating like a balloon accidentally let go by a child at a parade or a scientist conducting an atmospheric test. You're floating upward through your ceiling. Perhaps you live in a multi-level apartment building, perhaps not. You're floating upward. You're floating through your upstairs neighbors' apartments. Don't worry, they can't see you. You're floating upward. You're now floating above your house or your flat or your apartment building. You're floating upward. You look down. You can see your entire neighborhood sprawling below you. You see the local green space, the one you always tell yourself you're going to visit, but never have. Don't worry, we'll take a walk through that one at a later time. But right now, you are floating. You are floating upward. You look down. You see your city sprawling out. You see the city center with its various districts. Densely packed together buildings, some taller than others. You see how as the buildings get further from the center, they become less dense, less packed together, less chaotic. You see the patches of green spaces becoming smaller and smaller, blending into the gray and black of the city pavement. You are now at the level of the clouds. At least you would be if there was a cloud in the sky. You lucked out. It's clear skies for as far as the eye can see, which is quite far indeed, given how high up you are. You're floating upward, and floating, and floating, and floating. You look down. Your city is now an indistinguishable patch in the earth. All the while you're floating ever upward, and your floating is getting faster. You're now at the Kármán line, the boundary between our atmosphere and space. Though we still have a bit of the atmosphere to get through, it's just very tenuous here. You're floating ever upward. You look up. You see you're headed for the International Space Station, but you're just going to fly by it. You fly by the cupola, where a lone cosmonaut waves at you, and you're floating ever upward. You're now moving at a good speed. It'll take a few seconds to reach the moon. It zips by under you, and you get just a glimpse of the moonscape before it's disappearing behind you. You're now traveling toward Mars, a small red speck growing ever larger in front of you. But as you get closer, you see that it's not red. At least, not a vibrant red. It's a dusty reddish brown. There's a planet-wide dust storm. You fly by Mars. whose gravity gives you a boost in speed and sends you hurtling towards Jupiter. Passing through the asteroid belt, you don't encounter anything. At least, nothing of note. A couple of boulder-sized rocks. That's it. You zip by them before you can really get a good look at them. You look forward and see that Jupiter is growing larger in your view. Its great red spot is on the other side of the planet, so unfortunately you're not going to get a chance to see it in person. And you're getting faster and faster. You fly by Jupiter and get kicked towards Saturn, whose majestic rings glimmer as you approach, stretching out twice the size of the planet. Did you know they're actually younger than sharks? Yeah, they're around 350 million years old. But now you are zipping by the ringed planet and get kicked out toward the blue twins of Uranus and Neptune. We've only ever sent one spacecraft to them both, Voyager 2. Voyager 2 reached them in 1986 and 1989. As you approach, you see that they are both a pale blue. You fly by them, picking up a considerable amount of speed after each encounter. You're traveling faster and faster, moving forward. You look ahead and you see a distortion. A distortion you're headed right for. A primordial black hole. Slipping through its event horizon, you're not crushed by gravitation or ripped apart by any gravitational forces. Instead, you're surrounded by light, undulating and glowing. You're in a place where an effect can precede its cause. You see a quickly growing splotch of blinding whiteness ahead of you. Erupting out of the white hole, you're at Alpha Centauri, the closest star system to our own. You see the triple star system of Rigel Kentaurus, Ptolemy, and Proxima Centauri. Rigel and Ptolemy orbiting each other at the center of the system, Proxima Centauri orbiting them both further out. You witness it for a while, all while you fly by, gaining speed. You look forward. You see another distortion, another primordial black hole. You pass through it, and once again you're in a wormhole. You erupt from this wormhole to find yourself at the TRAPPIST-1 system. You pass incredibly close to the 7 planets, and you see, despite them all being tidally locked, 4 of them have narrow bands of green in their twilight regions. Life, at least plant life. And where there is plant life, there's sure to be some form of animal life. But we don't have any time to pause and examine. Perhaps one day we'll return here. You plunge into another wormhole, this one much more chaotic, much more a maelstrom. And when you finally erupt from the end point, you're at the center of the galaxy. The monstrous Sagittarius A star looming in front of you, filling your view. Stars swing around it in a chaotic manner. This is no place where life could exist. The stars are all too close together. You see two very massive blue stars collide with each other, ripping each other apart. Their gases join the stream of gases being pulled into the accretion disk surrounding the black hole at the center of the galaxy. You're plummeting towards that black hole. Every second you're getting quicker and quicker and quicker. And all around you, noise and noise and noise. You pass beyond the event horizon into blackness. Everything goes quiet. You're traveling downwards now, ever closer to the singularity. That point of mass so fantastically dense that it distorts space and time. But you don't feel yourself being ripped apart by any differences in gravity at your feet or your head. You're falling closer and closer towards the singularity, and then you fall into it. Through it. You're back in bed, back in your chair, back in the tub. All the floatiness of this previous adventure gone. You're back in bed. You survived quite the journey. You're back in bed. And now you feel sleep coming over you. You're back in bed, and now I leave you to traverse your own worlds of imagined things that are yours and yours alone, if that is your wish. When you're ready, open your eyes and go about your day. Otherwise,